Thank you. I'm starting to Zoom, so my internet been tripping. I don't know. It's giving in. All right, there we go. Hola. Hi, mommy. Hi, Titi, baby. Hi.
Guess who's 3 years old?
Happy birthday, Steve. Happy birthday.
Say thank you.
Thank you. Aww. Hi, pretty girl. You're so shy. And I bet you.
Every time you've been on Zoom, but I'm not on Zoom, on TikTok, she's like, Cerca, hey, Cerca. And I was like, Mama, she can't hear you. She's like, oh, I want to talk to Cerca.
Oh, well, Titi. Hi, baby.
Now she's like, what? I didn't say that.
Oh, it's okay. Well, Titi gonna keep her mouth today because you in class, so I know better. Thank you for letting me know she's in attendance. See you. I don't know what's going on, why I can't. Okay, there we go. Hey, y'all. Thank you. Are y'all coming to Zoom? Or y'all coming to the Zoom? Or y'all, I don't know why these lights are like so dim. Like they are not the brightest that they could be. And I know that. And I don't know why. It is going to drive. Like, why is this not right? Like, what is the issue here? Oh, maybe that's it. Because they're all different lights right now. Hi, y'all. Thank you. The Zoom is, I don't know. We've been doing this for forever. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, yeah. What was I getting ready to say? Yeah, sorry. Oh, get your book, your Old Testament pseudepigraphus, please, and thank you. And y'all see we got our auto-didactic Holy Mail hoodies. Like, I'm so geeked about this because I am. Yeah. Hey, y'all. So with that, book one, I need y'all, family, to go to page 131. 130. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey y'all. Thank you, Dollar Tree girl. Or yep, I got these at the, where do you buy the hoodies? You buy them on Nerd Junk Shop. .com. And we got all the different ones, but I just hung them up right before I started this. So I'll do it at the end. Hey, lady, has it been 40 days? Are you okay? No? Okay, well, we'll talk about it because what we've been doing now, and I don't think you were here last night. Issues that we want to talk about, we're gonna talk about, like, we won't talk about it in class. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're not going to be doing that, only because there are some people that have started to take advantage, you know what I mean, with that. So we're going, or maybe at the end, we'll see, depending on what's going on. Okay, is that all right? Are you all right? Not at all? Okay, so can you email me real quick what's going on, or something? Because only reason is that what's happening now is every single time we get on here, there are these issues, and I never hear about them prior to class. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has my email and stuff like that. So then that's starting to be an issue even in our lives. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of stuff that's going on. And You know, you hear me? But we love you. Okay. Is that all right? Okay. I mean, is there something like, can you just email me real quick, please? Thank you. And I'll go get my, matter of fact, it's right here. 1:30, y'all. Are you serious? Yes, definitely. I mean, email me in my email, but can we, let's talk about that. Okay. Cause that'll be something you and I'll talk about. Okay. Can we do that? It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. You understand? Do you remember what this ease is? So while we're on class today, this is what I need you to do. Since nobody can see what's happening at your house as far as your paper, I need you to write down 12 issues while we're talking today that concern you, that you might not have let go of. Okay. And then you and I will talk about those things. Okay. And I mean that today. We will talk. Okay. Everything is going to be okay. You know that, right? You know, this is just a situation for God to show his might, right? You remember the situation I told you about my daughter? I didn't let them say the C word. So guess what you don't get to do no more? Guess what you don't get to do no more? You actually don't have that. You actually don't. Because we are overcome by the what? Word of our testimony. And he said, who report you gonna believe? Theirs or mine? Do you not remember me telling you that our daddy rearranged matter? Cells. That ain't nothing for him to do. I'm a believer because they told my mama I had cancer in a place when I was 12 and that things wouldn't happen. And my mama said, I ain't listening to none of that. And guess what? Magically, because she didn't receive it, guess what happened, Pumpkin? It magically went away. She didn't receive it. Guess what? I was 11 or 12 when that happened. They came and told me my baby had cancer. And I said, I don't receive it. And guess what? The cancer magically went away. Matter of fact, they kicked my baby off Social Security, they said. And the tumor is still there. But they said they wasn't going to give her no money, talking about she ain't disabled. Well, yeah, God rearranged the matter in her body. So, yeah, she can see, but the issue is still there. Oh, yeah, well, then she's not disabled. And then you know what they said? It is It is medically impossible that this is going on in her body. So if you see this as defeat, it will be that. But if you see this for an opportunity for my daddy to come through and bust their heads, then it'll be that. You hear me? Because right now they still want to run tests on my daughter, talking about it's medically impossible because she don't have no blood flowing to the back of her eye. I got pictures. I'm going to show y'all one day of the matter of fact. I just seen them today. You ready? We wasn't even going here, but just for a quick minute. Somebody else needs to hear this too. Just so y'all know stuff be close to my heart and I ain't no liar. This is my daughter's proton therapy mask. And it is immortalized in the shape of her 10-year-old face. I will forever know what her face looked like because of this. When they told her she had the C word and I said, no, she don't. She got a bump. Y'all see that? Her lips is here. I had to let them put my daughter in a machine that NASA built and trust. They told me she might not have a period. It can mess up her hypothalamus or whatever you want to call that. It might change her whole person. I said, ain't none of that gonna happen. She gonna have babies. She gonna have a period. She gonna be able to see. She ain't gonna lose it. My baby's hair was like, at 10 years old, my baby's hair was this long. No lie. When I pressed her hair out, my baby hair was stupid. She ain't losing no hair. She's gonna be able to see. She's gonna have kids. Her eye ain't getting pushed out her socket. No, it ain't. No, I'm not receiving none of that. These are the files from my daughter's charts. Y'all see how thick that is? I'm about to show y'all something. I got a picture, several. Of the inside of my baby head. This is my daughter, the inside of my daughter's head, y'all. You can see, I'm gonna be in this because don't nobody need to know her name. This is the tumor inside my 10-year-old's head. Y'all see how big that is? It ain't went nowhere, it's still there. This is the inside of my daughter's brain, the inside of her skull. I don't care what they said. I believe God. And exactly, this is still in my daughter's head right now. And she was blind in her right eye. It's still there and her sight is back. And the doctor said, we don't understand that. I know. So, no, you don't. And we ain't even about to see her and be sad about it. Do you hear me? We're moving on. Get your book out. Let's go. I can show y'all proof that I don't care what nobody say. I trust God. Period. Period. Do not be sad. It is a opportunity for my dad to do a miracle that defies logic. That's what a diagnosis is. It's an opportunity for my daddy to do what man say can't be done. And if you look at it like that, then you'll be real happy. You got to trust God. Doctors are not God. They are men and they are studying. But God already knows. He made matter. He can rearrange it. Don't trip. He got you. I promise. But you need to write down your 12 things. And as we're going through class, you ask God to minister to your mind. Period. You hear me? That's it. That's all. If you believe it, it'll go away. If you don't, and you believe they report, it's going to stay. It's up to you. You hear me? I didn't believe it. My mama didn't believe it for me, and I didn't believe it for my child. And guess what? It magically went away. It magically went away. Whose report will you believe? The person that made matter or the person that is still studying matter? Y'all just seen my daughter stunt in her dress for graduation. Y'all seen her for grad dance? You would never know that baby got a tumor in her head, would you? You would never know that they told her she wasn't going to be able to see and that her eye was going to be pushed out of her socket. You would never know that because I didn't receive it. No. 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 Most of her friends don't even know what she's been through. Nobody. And it ain't because she had it. She'd be like, what's this talking about? I mean, it's over. She believed that she was going to be healed, and I believed it, and we didn't care who else didn't believe it. That was it. And belief changes things. all jokes aside. So put on your yes, Jesus loves me and he did it for me. And all of the music showing that you had the victory already. He said, you got to see that you got the victory before I give it to you. And I said, no, none of that's going to happen. She's going to be all right. I'm telling you, if you don't believe it, you're going to be all right. Magically, it's gone. And you're going to be back to SB. You're SB right now. So you got your book. All right, page 130. Let's move along. Here we go, family. Praise them in advance. That's right. You have to. It's not a game. They told my mom I would never have kids. If I did not get my tooth out, honey, I'd have about 20 for sure. At least 15, probably. For sure, 10. That's a running number in my family, between 8 and 10, honey. I got cousins that got like 12, 15, and they in our generation, not older than me, my same age. Yeah, it's not a game. All right. If you on page 130, y'all, we is about to read on 17. Book 1. I saw it. I just saw it right now. Y'all just got up from a nap. And as soon as I got up from a nap, my phone started ringing. I said, I gotta go. My kids is calling and peoples and stuff. And but so with that, we starting on page 17 right here. Just get it together, family. Let's go. Let's get this class going. So right here. Right, and I broke my needle there. Angelic tones, which is not possible to describe. That's where we is, 17. Okay? Y'all see it? Y'all got your highlighters and your pens and stuff? Yes, we're ready. Who was here for class earlier? Who was here? Y'all was here? Was that interesting? Y'all see folks be getting mad at me? Do they know that I don't care? Did y'all tell them that y'all TT don't care? Don't. It's okay. I don't care. I love y'all. And I do care if I offend you unjustly. But if you just mad because I'm telling the truth, yeah, I don't care. Get angry. Or I'm going to tell y'all what my mama used to say to me. Because she didn't cuss like that. She said, scratch your butt and get glad. That's what she used to say. You mad? Good. Scratch your butt and get glad. So I'm going to start saying that when y'all mad, scratch your butt and get glad. That's what you need to do. All right, nieces and nephews that ain't supposed to be saying the B word. Scratch your bottom and get glad. You mad? Scratch your butt and get glad. Oh, folks is boy. I hope I have those handy dandy sayings for my grandchildren when they grow up. All right. So it says, page 130, in the middle of heaven, I saw armed troops. I have a question. Write this down if you got a pen and paper. Y'all ready? Who's coming to fight for you? Who's coming to fight for you? Who? Hi, TT baby. Hi. Hi, beautiful. Oh, you are gorgeous. We got some gorgeous babies. Y'all, my Circle Littles. And y'all know Mod is getting our Circle Little stuff together. I saw y'all asking. Yes, you can get your hoodies in kid size and your t-shirts, just so y'all know. She made that official. So whatever ones y'all saw glow in the dark, do it. She does it. Okay, with that, here we go. Okay, who you got coming to fight for you? That's no. I didn't want y'all to answer the question. I wanted y'all to write the question. Who do you have coming to fight for you? Okay? So then when we go back to this paper, Do you want to get blocked? Is that it? Are you saying? Because I've been in a blocking mood and I saw somebody got on YouTube and was like, I got blocked and I didn't say nothing. Okay, so Mr. 640, do you want to stay or do you want to go? Because I'm telling you right now, today probably won't be your day, buddy. You're not gonna interrupt my class with your cowboy hat on. So what you want to do? Because I'm a cowboy as well, cowgirl. I'll go get my boots. What you want to school? What you want to do? Because evidently you like eating your throw up. We're going to say that here. Because if you don't agree with what I say, don't type swipe. Don't type, just swipe. Up, down, side, wherever you want to. I don't know why y'all do that. No, we ain't blocking them. I'm just going to keep talking. Don't type swipe. That's it. That's what I'm just going to start saying from now on. Don't type it, swipe. You got a whole choice. You pay your own phone bill. You don't got to sit here and listen to me, weirdo. You like eating throw up. That's all I can think of. You going to torture yourself, throw up, and eat it again. Because anytime I don't like what somebody else is saying, I get out the room. Weirdo. You like abusive women that treat you nasty so you can get off? Like, that gotta be it to me. I don't get it. Because I am not a sucker for punishment. Weirdo. Ride your cowboy hat somewhere else. Not over here. Now, back to my class. All right. So, in heaven, okay, there are armed troops. Why are there armed troops? Okay? In heaven. In the middle of heaven. Do y'all see that? Write down armed troops. I love y'all too. Because people think I care about like some type of celebrity or something. I'm going to be me until the day I die. God made me this way and I love myself. So if you don't like it, move on. That's my only thing for you. Okay? Because I'm not going to give you the attention you want. I'm just going to block you and move on. All right. It says, in the middle of heaven, I saw armed troops worshiping the Lord with timpani and pipes and unceasing voices and pleasant and unceasing various songs, which is impossible to describe. So there was singing that Enoch had never even heard with the best choir that was on earth at that time. He had never heard the voices, kind of like South 90 when he hears the mermaid singing. He'd be like, do y'all hear that? Listen, that's not like nothing from our world. Listen. Right? South 90 is always saying, listen. If you go look at the dude that did the videos, you hear that singing and it don't sound like nothing we hear all the time. Do it. It says autodidactic polymath because we are self-taught in many subjects. So this is what we call ourselves over here. We're autodidactic polymaths. You can look up the definition of that, but that's what we do. We study all subjects over here: science, math, geology, geography, genetics, history, religious studies, you name it, we study it. So South 90 is the mermaid dude that they tried to take out the game. So I need to be careful, but I don't drive. So then there's that. God is good. We have other hoodies too. I'm just not going to get them. Just go to Nerd Junk Shop. Like if you like this, Nerd Junk Shop with a 3 though. So N3RDjunkshop.com. They got all our hoodies, our blankets, everything is there. Okay. Back to this. All right. So it says, which it is impossible to describe, and every mind would be quite astonished to hear. Can we please look up the word astonished, please? Can we look up the definition astonished? To astonished? Somebody tell me the definition of astonished. Yes, these are the books. Get the OTP. If you're new here, please go to Google and type in James Charlesworth book 1 and book 2. And if you download these right now, you can order them later, but you can read along with us right now today. You need book 1 and book 2. In bewilderment. So Enoch said, if y'all could hear the singing of this army of angels that is in the middle of heaven, worshiping God, y'all would be surprised at the sound. Okay, let me ask you a question. Who's the angel of music that we hear about all the time? Anybody? Satan, Lucifer, angel of music. Gotta sell your soul to be famous in the music industry. And he picks the best artist. Wonder where he got that gift. Anybody know? Because he's the angel of music. Just like the angels of agriculture, right? Tell me an angel of agriculture. Google the name for an angel of agriculture real quick. We going somewhere with this, I promise. Google the name of an angel of agriculture for me. Tell me. Please. I love y'all too. Demeter? No, I don't want y'all to guess. I want y'all. User, whoever you are, get out of my live. Don't type swipe. 9237. Don't type swipe. Don't type swipe. You ain't even been here but 2 minutes. We don't even know your name. Stop. You don't even got a name. You got numbers. Don't talk swipe. Okay. Sorry. All right. So go look up a mythological god of agriculture. Let's do that. Who is a mythological god of agriculture? Michael? Michael's an archangel. Demeter? In Greek, it's Demeter. Okay. Okay. So we know that Demeter is another name in Greek. We would just have to find their name in the Chaldean language, right? But there were gods, or there were fallen angels, children that were the god of agriculture. Who was the god over the seas? We know there's 2 names for that we know for sure. Tell me 2 names that go with the god of the seas. Ninurta in Sumerian. Good job. Solaris Ajine is Habula. Okay. Angel of healing, growth, and agriculture is Habula. Okay. Poseidon. Exactly. And what's his other name? Do you remember? Starts with a D. They have it in Harry Potter. Anybody? Harry Potter. Do you remember? Nobody? Dagon, right. Dagon Alley is where we go get our magical stuff. Dagon Alley is where we go and get our magical stuff. And Dagon was the magical god of the water, the seafaring god, right? Okay. All right. I just want y'all to see something now. I'm trying to show you. Y'all ready? Okay, let's keep going. All right. So it said, I was delighted in listening to them. 18, y'all. It says, and those men took me up on their wings and placed me on the fifth heaven. And I saw there many innumerable armies called Grigori. Now, look up innumerable for me. Even though we know what it means, let's look up the definition of innumerable. Innumerable. Ha! Oh, what does innumerable mean? Countless. Good job. Wait a minute. There's countless armies in heaven? Ted, you caught that? You got that. Too many to count without measure. And y'all be going to play with God. And he got armies. It didn't say one army. It said innumerable armies. Innumerable armies. Not one army, but several. You can't even count them. Now, why would God need all of these armies of innumerable angels? I'm going to ask you a question again. Who is coming to fight for you? Okay? Who coming to fight for you? All right, here we go. All right, innumerable. Okay, now look up Grigori. Who remember me talking about the Gregorian calendar? Anybody remember me talking about the Gregorian calendar? You do, SB? Good job. I love you. Please go look up what the Gregorian calendar is. So there were innumerable armies of the Grigori. Go look up who the Grigori are. It's Grigori. Look up the Grigori. And then look up the Gregorian calendar. I'm going to give y'all a minute because I really want y'all to see this. Everything comes from somewhere. Everything comes from somewhere. Gregorian calendar is a calendar in the current use in the Western world, both as the civil and the Christian. Yeah, the Gregorian are the watchers. So the Gregorian calendar is after the celestial beings that fell. Maybe when their calendar started, because they were now trapped here. Because before they lived outside of time. But when they made themselves mate with the women and create giants, they got a punishment to be stuck here. So now they had to live in time. So then they get their own calendar, because when they started to live on earth as defiled beings, then they had marked time. Jeez. Oh, no. Why they have so many? Okay, let's keep going. All right. It says, and their appearance was like the appearance of a human being, and their size was larger than that of the large giants. Who read this? Highlight that, family. Did y'all see what it said? Did you see what it said? The Grigori were the humanoid angels. They look like angels, but they were bigger than the giants. But remember, they're still an angel. Now, let me ask you a question. Who do you see in Egypt? You see little bitty people, and it be these men that were massive, and they had this little bitty woman sitting on their lap. 130, book 1. Go look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Type in Egyptian hieroglyphs, little woman, big man. Please do it for me. Egyptian hieroglyphs, little woman, big man. Go check it and see what you find. And look at the pictures, images. What did whose skin look like? Yes, it's on. You can download it right now. You can get the PDF right now and read with us. And it is on Amazon. Go to my Amazon link. It's in there. Happy Saturday to y'all too. Book 1, page 130. Yes, we still got giants right now. That's what the Bigfoots is and the Yetis and all of that. I don't know what all their skin looks like. They had all different skin because it was 2 different races of angels that came down, y'all. This is where they get the X-Men from. Okay. So y'all remember how in X-Men they said that the mutants are living among us? Who's seen X-Men? And the mutants was living right amongst the other people. Y'all getting it? The mutants, the superhuman strength people, like demigods and their lineage. And if y'all remember, the governments of all the worlds was what? Rounding them up so that they could siphon the DNA so that they can make super soldiers. Now, do me a favor. Yep. Y'all seeing the pictures? Right. You see it? You see it? You see it? You see the big women and the little men, or the little men and the big women? Y'all see them in y'all pictures, in your Google images? So the Grigori were the humanoid angels. But there was other angels that came down that were not humanoid. Because, let me ask you a question. Go online real quick and Google what heavenly being has animal features. What heavenly being has animal features? Excuse me. Because there's different races of angels. We're going to study that. There's different races of beings. Your shooketh will stay, Marsha. You will be even more shooketh, honey, if you go on YouTube. We get CDM over here, girl. We get CM, honey. They was trying to tell us that we extraterrestrials. We is extraterrestrials. Are you an extraterrestrial? Huh? Are you an extraterrestrial? Are you? Ezekiel's living creatures, cherubims and seraphims. Oh, those are angels, right? So there's angels that have animal-like bodies with humanoid features, and then there are gods that are worshipped or watchers or Grigori or fallen angels, and their children look like Eh? Oh. They children look like this. In this big. Yep. Yep. And this. And this. And this. Oh. Oh. So there's heavenly beings that have animal features and human-like bodies. And then it says that it was 200 races of angels, different races of angels in Enoch 6 that came down. So then all of the angels' children, this is why we probably got the Cyclops. And then we got giants that had 9 arms. And then we had giants that had all of these. Every race of giants wasn't the same. The Rephaim, the Anunnaki, the Akkadians, these were all different angels giants, because they daddies was different races. Yeah, they all angels, but they're different races of angels. And each angel was assigned. That's what we about to read about. Because there was races of angels that guarded over the water. Races of angels that guarded over the birthing women. Races of angels that go save people. Races of angels that make sure the seas do what they gonna do. Races of angels that make sure the clouds do what they gonna do. Oh, this is how certain demigods have power over electricity. And then they can make things do because they got their daddy's DNA. So whatever their daddy was, whatever type of angel their daddy was, if their daddy was a messenger angel, then they probably was going to have some shoes that got them from one place to another place very quickly. Because their daddy was a messenger angel. And when God is trying, when you pray and it says God has already sent the answer, right? Okay, when he had already sent the answer to you. A messenger angel, like when Mary prayed, or when this person prayed, or when that person prayed, right? He being already sent the answer. Quick answer. You need a messenger angel. Right? Like Nike. Do it, just do it, and do it fast. Come on. Y'all ready? Let's keep going. Yep, demons have hierarchies too because they just fallen angels, so they only copycatting on their daddy because they got armies as well. Make sure y'all phones is muted, y'all. Here we go. So let's keep going. All right, so y'all highlighted. Y'all should have the Gregory highlighted. And it says, and their appearance was like that of a human being, and their size was larger than that of the large giants. How tall was the largest giants? Who knows? Tell me, how tall was they? $450. Go, Nikki. Go, Nikki. Go, Nikki. Okay. So the angels was taller than the tallest giants, but they was humanoid beings. Are you reading this? Yes. Okay, so look, hold on. It says, and their faces were dejected. What does dejected mean? Dejected. What does dejected mean? It means like Adam. Dejected means? Oh, like in the other book, how tall he was. That's you said it. Yep, you said it. Sad and depressed. kicked out, dispirited. Let's see why they were sad and depressed. So you're bigger than the giants. Right. Okay, it says, and their faces were dejected, and the silence of their mouths was perpetual. And there was no liturgy in the fifth heaven. And I said to the men who were with me, what is the explanation that these ones are so very sad, and their faces are miserable, and their mouths are silent? And why is there no liturgy in this heaven? And those men answered me, these are the Gregory who turned aside from the Lord. 200 myriads, together with their prince, Sataniel, and similar to those who are, them are those who went down as prisoners in their train, who are in the second heaven, imprisoned in the great darkness. And 3 of them descended to the earth from the Lord's throne onto that place, the Mount Hermon, and they broke the promise on the shoulder of Mount Hermon. And they saw the daughters of men, how beautiful they were, and they took wives for themselves, and the earth was defiled by their deeds. Who and the wives and the men created great and evil in the entire time of this age, acted lawlessly, practiced y'all know this word, say it. Yeah. Miscegenation. I don't know how to say it. Y'all say it. Say it. Somebody. Is it miscegenation?
Miscegenation.
Okay. Can you look that up for me and tell? Misogyny. Okay. Look it up. Let's see what it means. Please. Miscegenation. What's the definition? What's the definition? Family. A mixture of races. Let me spell it for y'all. Look. Where'd it go? Hold on, let me go back. Dang, I done lost it. Oh, did I turn the page? Oh, yeah. Miscegenation. Y'all put it up there? Thank you, miscegenation. I don't know why I can't say that. Hatred of women. Hatred of women is what it says. It says interbreeding or hatred of women. Let me look it up for myself. Not misogyny. Oh. Interbreeding. So basically it got to do. I know I'm about to go look it up because blend race. So mixing races. Intermarriage. Okay. So let me ask you a question. I know, and it's right here. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Some things just don't roll off the tongue easy. That is not one of them. When I read this the first time, I had to get on Google and make a say it. It's some things I don't get. Some things that just don't work. Thank you. So look. Who remembers in Enoch 7 or 8 when it says that they species or races, that they started to sin against birds and all the animals of the field, and the fish and monsters were created? We just read that earlier. Remember? We just read it earlier. So this is the mixing of races that was going on. Mixing of races and species. As to how we got these people. The blending of species. This is why bestiality was banned. And this is why God don't like it. Because the first time around, it was a brood of monsters that were created. And let me ask you a question. Are not scientists doing the same thing right now? Hybrid genetic manipulation. So nothing's new under the sun because they're still putting pig parts and cow hearts in humans. That's science experiments. Those two were never supposed to, oh, your body's rejecting it because animals ain't supposed to be in me, weirdo. I read Enoch. I know that y'all the witch doctors. Trying to mix me up with some animals. Trying to see if a human can grow, incubate in a pig. Why? And it's human women. Why is you trying to incubate humans in a cow and a pig? You don't need a human or a pig. You got women. You got whole wombs that you can incubate women in, kids, and you gonna go and incubate in animals? Why? Right. So let's keep going. Because folks always trying to undo and do what God did. Here we go. Do it better than him. Here we go. Look. It said, so they faces, did y'all see that God wouldn't even let them talk? I wonder if God won't let them talk. Because when they opened their mouths, they taught the women magic. And they taught the men death blows. And they taught them enchanting. You have to speak spells most times and then write them. That is a form of teaching. Y'all was happy and kicking it when y'all was teaching y'all kids to hurt my children, God said. But now I'm going to shut your mouth off. And you ain't going to be able to say nothing about what you see in your kids going through. And then that's when the Titan War started. Same way I didn't say nothing about you killing your kids, killing my kids. Now God says, it's my turn. And y'all locked up and y'all gonna have to sit and watch your children be destroyed in this water and all of this the same way all of my people have been destroyed. That's why the flood happened, because of what the angels did. That's why the whole earth had to be flooded. Okay, I've been looking at some stuff. And guess what? What's messed up is he made they kids immortalized in stone. Go look up mud fossil giants real quick for my newbies and my oldies, because it might be some new ones on there. I got to go pee real quick. So while I'm gone, the minute or 2 minutes that it take me, 3 maybe, I need y'all to go look up mud fossil giants real quick and just look through. Don't rush. Take your time. Write down. If it show you the little name, write it down real quick. I'll be right back. Here we go. We have to figure out why and when. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So y'all go look up mud fossil giants and see if it tells you the races and who their dads and moms were. See if you can find that out and write it down so when I come back, y'all got some names for me. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, y'all. Let me put this box back real quick. This is gonna be in my way. Okay. Or the Great Deluge. Isn't this cool? Do y'all see them? Y'all see the giants? Do y'all see the giant snakes? The giant faces? A human body that is 450 feet tall, y'all. Imagine. So do me a favor. Let's go to numbers 13 and 33 real quick. Tell me what numbers 13 and 33 say real quick, please. You got oil SB. Wherever the area is that they told you that issue is, I need you to anoint it morning, noon, and night. Even if you can't touch it physically, wherever it would be connected on the outside of your body, and just say healing every day or healed. Okay? Every day, morning, noon, and night. So if you have to carry oil on your neck, I need you to do that. And see yourself in your mind completely healed. Okay? Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
So the next time I see you, you need to be fly, girl. You hear me? Dressed to the nines, baby. Do you understand? Ready to party. Do you understand? Because misdiagnosis happen all the time. Do you know that? We thought, but something is wrong. The cells just started to regenerate on their own. Your cells are not necrotic. Do you know that? Your cells are not necrotic. They will live and they will replenish and they will produce good cells. Say it in your mind first. And then even though we can't hear you, I need you to go stand in your mirror. You can come back and say it to yourself. My cells will replenish. My cells are not necrotic and they will only grow new good cells. Okay? Yeah. You don't got to take us with you, but I need you to go stand in the mirror and say that. Touch yourself first, wherever it is, because I know you got some oil, and then do it. Okay? Thank you. Belief gets you farther than the science ever will. Anyway, that I know. Faith, honey. Speak it into existence. I don't receive everything everybody tell me. People like, oh, this gonna happen to you. Absolutely not. And you a hater. Why would you say that? Don't speak that over my life. What's wrong with you? In fact, we saw, wait a minute, Shermille, okay. It said, in fact, we saw the Nephilim, who are the ancestors of the Anakim, the sons of Anak, or the Anakim. They were so big that we felt as small as grasshoppers. That's Numbers 13 and 33. Whoever you are, Mr. Whoever this person is, if you don't have faith, don't type swipe. Whoever just said you can still have a larynx on your head, it's only long because you think it's going to be long. My daughter was healed in less than 2 months and they told her it was going to take years for her treatment. We don't believe that over here, and get out of here with that. So if you don't believe, write out. Don't type swipe. We got faith over here. And it's immediate. It don't take long. God blesses immediately in our situation. Don't speak that over my life. And if you don't believe, you can go. My daughter was healed from a very rare brain tumor that is still there. Yes, faith works immediately. And it don't take long. Don't speak that in my life, baby. You take that mess somewhere else. Don't type swipe. Now, move along. What you believe is going to happen to you. You are healed by your own faith and your own belief. If you don't believe it, you're right. If you believe you got a long road ahead and it's going to take forever, then that's what it's going to do. Because the Bible says for cancer, for your job, for your marriage, for your children to be healed, whatever, it's God says, whatsoever you think, that is what you create in your life. What you think. Because if you think it, you're going to say it. And if you say it, then you're going to act on it. That's why when they told me, they tried to tell my baby, first of all, when they came and told me her diagnosis, I said, let's step outside. Because you ain't about to say it in front of her, because whatever it is, I'm God, okay? I'm not saying I'm God, but this is God in our situation. And in that situation, I had to be God for my baby. So with that, I'm going to stand in the gap so you don't even feel the whole impact of what's getting ready to happen to you. Because God is our Father, so He takes the brunt of it. That's why He took our infirmities and our sins on Him. He said, you already healed. I took all that. I paid all that. If you believe what they say, then yes. But if you believe me, He said, whose report is you going to believe, man or mine? And I don't believe lying men because they don't know. Their theories is changing every day. God said, I'm unchanging. And my word stands. So y'all can keep on listening to the witch doctors that's giving y'all medicine that's poison, that has your body doing stuff it's not supposed to. I told them people, y'all not about to play lab rat with my baby. Y'all got one shot. Y'all got one round of treatment. And if it ain't after that, it's in God's hands. My baby had one round of treatment. And by the end of that, baby, they didn't know what the heck. They said, this is medically impossible. No, because I told y'all when I was walking in there with them big old Bibles, baby, that God was going to heal my baby. Because y'all little science stuff is what y'all thought they healed it. But God told me to put spit on my fingers and touch my baby's eyes and He was going to heal her. And that's exactly what He did. She didn't go through no 18 years of cancer treatment. And hell no, we're not doing none of that. Y'all got one shot at it. You don't get it? It's in God's hands after that. Nope. And my baby be kicking it. She drives. She do whatever she want to do. Graduated high school. No. I don't believe y'all report. I believe my daddy. He said He made matter the black holes and all the matter that make up the black holes. I'm going to deal with Him. He got armies that we can't even see that take up space that's invisible, that's there. And you think I'm going to listen to you? He deal with the invisible. Cancer is invisible to the natural eye. So why would I listen to you? You don't even deal in the invisible. You got to get a machine to see the invisible. He see the invisible all day, baby. If you don't move back up off of me, I'm dealing with somebody to deal with the invisible. And sickness be in the invisible. Y'all can't see what God can see. What I tell y'all about my Mr. Bruce? I told y'all about the older man they used to call me Angel. And one day he came to see me. And he said, Angel, I got a doctor's appointment. I said, Mr. Bruce, when you go, I need for you to have them check your chest. I ain't no doctor. He said, oh, I'm already getting some gastro stuff. They going to give me a CT scan or something. The man ended up going up too high on his x-ray, and they found 4 nodules, stage 4 cancer in his lungs the next time he went to the doctor. That's x-ray vision, baby, because you've been going to the doctor for the last year. 2. But it took for someone that don't have x-ray vision to say it's something in your chest. That was Friday. He went Tuesday. He was going for gastro. It's another young lady that I ran into in 2014, right after my daughter got out of treatment. Her boyfriend used to ask me questions on Facebook. And one day God told me to talk to him. I ain't talking to you. I don't even know this dude. I ain't never met him in person, nothing. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, this man was in my inbox like, can I ask you a question? I said, hell no. I said, why would you want to? He said, something just told me, because my daddy told me to talk to you 30 minutes ago, but you were a random stranger. And I know you got a girlfriend and I ain't got to do it. Okay, come to find out he was married, but he had left his wife and was messing with this young lady. So I started telling him, you need to go back to your wife, or you need to leave your wife and you need to go on and do what you're going to do. So somehow or another, he tells the girlfriend, now mind y'all, I'm 5'3". He tells this girl, now he's a basketball player for a well-known college, okay? So he like 6'5". Y'all, why did he call me? Because y'all know I counsel people. So he had came to my house. He was in my living room. I counseled him for like 2 hours and he left. Do y'all know that 6 hours later, this man was on his way back to my house with this girlfriend, and she's 6'2"? And she ain't a little girl. She play basketball. I said, well, he said, we on our way to your house right now. Hold up. Wait. She want to talk to you. Hold on. Where y'all? God, you always got me going up against some giants. Let's go. He's 6'5". She there 6'2". Come on with it. What we doing with Jesus? Because I'm 5'3", soaking wet, 135 pounds. So guess what? It's Goliath tag. You hear me? If that's what it's about to be, I don't know. Why y'all can't just... Now she gonna talk to you. They came over. I'm like, Lord, I'm sitting on a little couch. I'm in here with 2 Nephilims sitting on my couch. I said, this was just in 2014, y'all. Mind you, they young. I'm like 32. They like 21. So they young as fuck it. You hear me? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so look. She comes in and sits down on my couch. And I'm like, Lord, what is this about to be? She like, I'm just trying to understand why you're trying to tell him that we don't need to be together and whatever. Hold up. Calm down. Cool. I said, God keeps telling me that you barren. Why God keep telling me you barren? Do y'all know this young lady broke down crying? She said, 3 months ago, I just got diagnosed with ovarian cancer. You ain't got no ovaries, you ain't gonna have no kids. First time, 15 minutes. I said, how long you been sleeping with him when you knew he was married? She said, the first time we was together, I didn't know he was married. But my Jesus. But this second time, I knew. And 3 months after they start messing with each other, she got diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I said, the moment you stop touching him, God is going to heal your body. She had had dark menstruation, black blood, she said, basically, for 3 straight months. I gave this young lady some oil and I said, you go on a fast and you tell God you're sorry and you don't touch him no more. Do y'all know she called me and told me that her ovarian cancer was gone like 2 months later? Magically, her periods just started being normal. So she, and get this, the doctors told her, it's something in your life that is stressing you out. And if you don't let go of it, you will be dead by December. It was August when I talked to her. 2 months later, she was okay. If you repent and you wholehearted, God will heal your land. But he know your heart. And if you disobedient and you keep doing stuff, he said, I'm only going to affect the part of your body that's offending me. A lot of men that have problems with their prostrate then cheated on their wife a lot. A lot of women that have vaginal issues don't care about sleeping with somebody else. That's the part of God, of your body, that you're using to sin against God. So then he punished that. If you a person that always used to be running up on people, you might have bad feet because you can't run up on nobody if your feet don't work. If you always putting hands on people, you might start having arthritis in your hands or problems in your wrists because this is what you using to offend people. God. You think nasty thoughts about people, you probably a person that keep migraines. I wish they would. And I hope that you using God, because you cursing somebody with your mind, and eventually you're going to say it out your mouth. So yeah, your head probably be hurting a lot. You probably always got, because the more evil you think, you think evil thoughts here. So then let me tap on that real quick so you can stop thinking like that, because you thinking about hurting somebody is hurting you. The hole you dig for somebody else, you fall into it. If you have whatever you use to sin against God, he gonna start it with that. But if you won't work on it, then it spreads to other things in your body. You ain't gonna work on it. Okay, now this gonna be sick. You ain't gonna work on it. Okay, now that's gonna be sick. Okay, you're not gonna work on it. Okay, until you can't use your body for your own self. Because your intentions to use it is always wrong. So why do you need it? If you only use it to offend me, and I'm the person that gave it to you. I'm going to do what I want to do. I told y'all I'm missing teeth in the back because this mouth is lethal. And not for the reason most people probably think. No, I'm going to cut you. I love words. Absolutely love them. I use them to my advantage. And he said, well, you're going to be slobbering saying them in a minute if you keep on saying stuff I don't like, because you ain't going to see how many words you formulate with that. Oh, what mouth sell? Keep talking crazy, you ain't got no teeth. That's what I used to sin against God. That's what I used to use. I tell people, I'm gonna crush your soul, baby. I ain't gonna have to put hands on you. This mouth used to be lethal. I'm gonna crush your soul. Have folks running right on into a depression, sure did. Until people start crushing my soul, and I was running into a depression. And they were saying stuff to me that almost had me over the toilet, don't want to eat, calling my mama, and we don't even do on mama. She said, oh yeah, your heart hurt, baby. You calling me. You real hurt. She said, you remember when you was doing all that stuff? I said, all right now. You gonna get that back? Be careful. Honey, because I wish And my mama, my heart, my heart. That ugly cry. You can't even get the rest of it out. Your heart be hurt so bad. Well, you didn't think when you was cutting nobody else today, so. And now you every bald head wench and welfare hoe. Huh? Why is you talking to me like this? I'll never say nothing to you like that. But you said it to some other people, whether it was true or not. You said it because you knew it was gonna cut their soul. Now your soul cut. How you feel about it? Y'all know niggas get ugly. Oh, I'm sorry, men get ugly. They'll say stuff that ain't true, but it'll still hurt your feelings. Like, wait a minute, what? I ain't know, huh? First of all, I'm not on welfare, but even if I was, but then somebody got the chance to call him a oh no good jailbird and some other things. So hey, now your feelings is hurt. Now you gonna call me and tell me how somebody can talk bad to you about your whatever you thought was going on. So hey. Whatever you sow, you go reap. Even if it ain't true. I done said some very hurtful things and I knew it wasn't true, but I knew it was gonna hurt you. So and I ain't saying I knew it wasn't true, like I'm spreading lies, like I'm a over exaggerate. It might be true. I ain't gonna say that. So it could be a true statement. Like you ain't had a job, but I'm gonna make it like it ain't never been one. You know what I'm saying. You know how you could take something that they might have told you from back in the day and now it's their whole life. The way you talk to them like that and they wish they never would have told you anything about nothing they never had to go through. Cause you take that one thing and you cut their throat with it. Like that. Like one chick made you feel bad, so now I'm about to compound on what she did because I know that's the juggler. I'm gonna hit you with that one. You no, nobody else. I'm the only one. Ain't nobody else there. Okay. Well, that's why I'm missing teeth. So if y'all are okay, thank you for telling the truth, Mamie. My mama, thank you. Because guess what? It's a reason I've got the side teeth issues and stuff. It's the reason. Mm-hmm. It's the reason they told me I had big to stay on your knees. I used them for the wrong reasons. And now my knees don't work like they used to either. I used them for the wrong reasons. God gave me my knees to do other things, not be dropping it like it was out for dollars. You see what I'm saying? I used them to sin against him in the club, and now they don't work like they supposed to. Don't abuse your bodies, girls. Keep your knees for when you're old. Don't pop it and drop it for change. It's not a good thing. Right. I'm in love with her. She fine and she wrong and I was out at about that time. So if y'all know anything about 2004 and 5, then you know what it was. And now 20 years later, I'm like, Lord, can you restore my knees? He said, no. No, not gonna do that one. I'm definitely not gonna give you those back. Shouldn't have did what you did. You know how some toys you never get back? You be like, whatever happened to my dog? Don't worry about it. You didn't need that. That ain't one of the ones that you needed. My niece, he said I won't be needing them for any of that anymore. So no, he gonna keep them a little crickety, a little, because you get the popping too low, and you're gonna be on the floor, not for the reason you want to. So calm it down, sit down. There'll be no Meg Thee Stallion niece for you, honey. Looking more like Dorothy from Golden Girls. That's about the kind of niece you got right now. So. Like Pop Rocks, you said it. Boy, you're like, they did a Nickelodeon song. I'm going down on my knee. Listen, trying to that night might throw my days back out. I am not playing with it no more. All right, let's get back to class, y'all. Anyway, I don't even know how we got over there. Let's come on back. Come on back. Okay, yeah. So listen, look. If you're new here and you are looking for the church experience, you will not find it. We live in duality, and we are thankful that God took us from our old lives. And so we don't have a problem sharing our old lives because we don't live there anymore. We don't live at that address anymore. So we can talk about it, and we don't care what you think about our old neighborhood that we used to live in. Because guess what? God moved us from that area. And people that still live in that area still talk about when I lived over there, but I don't live over there no more. They don't have no news stories about the new neighbors. And my new neighbors don't even know me like that. Because I don't even hang in the old hoods that I used to hang in no more because God changed me. And not that I'm too good. When I do go, I'm trying to pull people over here to the neighborhood that I'm in. So you're not going to ever make me feel bad about the neighborhoods I used to be in because I don't live there anymore. Now, if I was still there, you might be able to throw a little jab, but it might make me feel some type of way. But I don't live at that house. I don't live at stripper house no more. I don't live that you can talk to me crazy and I'm just going to do what you say no more just because you are an authority figure over me. I don't live at that house anymore. I don't live at you can make me depressed because you say I got 4 kids and I ain't got no daddy. Well, God knew that. So you're not going, I don't live at that house. No, depressed single mom. Don't live there either. Don't live at defeated young person. I don't live at none of those addresses anymore. So you trying to remind me of where I used to live, make you look silly because I ain't lived there in years. I don't even remember what that house looked like. The furniture that I had in it or nothing. Whatever was there is a lost memory. Whoever I used to be when you knew me. I don't live there no more. So why is you talking about that? You still talking about the neighbors that moved out 10 years ago? So you ain't in 2022. Your mind is still trapped in my old neighborhood. Bro, I don't even remember you from the neighborhood. You lived on that street, did you? Really? Because I don't remember seeing you there. Matter of fact, I don't remember you at all. And if you're trying to take me back to old addresses because you went and got my credit report and went and looked them all up, then that just shows me that you ain't got nothing to do with your time. Because you still trapped in 1965. I ain't been there in a long time. Yeah, I remember she ain't lived at that address in a long time. I remember he ain't lived there in a long time. I ain't been down that road. Shoot, I couldn't tell you the last time I went down that road. Don't let nobody make you stay at your old life. And if they keep bringing it up, then that means they still trapped there in that time. Get away from them. I don't care if it's your mama, your cousin, your sister, your ex-husband. I'm not that person anymore. So why in the world do you keep trying to take me back to that address? I don't live there. It's some other people that live there, but I don't know them. Come on. I don't live there no more. Why are you trying to take me back to that address? Yes, I was abused. So what? I don't live in abuse. So what? I used to be depressed. I used to be a jailbird. I used to be a stripper. I used to be whatever. I don't live at that freaking address anymore. And just because you ain't never lived nowhere else but the address you at don't mean the other people were scared to get up and move out of their neighborhood and see something else. I'm not staying trapped in your generational curses. No. Now, back to what we was doing. Y'all ready? Don't let nobody make you stay trapped in an old house or something. You done moved on and moved out. You ain't even got that furniture no more. You ain't got the memories of it no more. You ain't even got pictures of the furniture that you had in that house no more. I don't even know that person. Come on, family. All right. We don't live there no more. All right, so it says, and this is why God judged them with great judgment. Oh, wait. Go back up now. Go back up. It says, who and the wise that created the giants and enmity. Did y'all see it said gave birth to giants and great monsters? If we back in the book, we on page 132 at the top. Y'all see it say, highlight verse 5, please, in your book if you got it. If you got the book or you got the PDF and you're reading along with us, highlight verse 5 where it says, who and the wise of men created great evil in the entire time of this age, acted lawlessly and practiced miscegenation or whatever you call that, and gave birth to giants and great monsters. Now, do y'all see that word enmity at the end of that sentence? Y'all see it? Can y'all look that word up for me and tell me what it means? We on page 132. At the end of the first or like second little paragraph at the top, if you look on the right hand side, it say verse 5 right there. The state of feeling of being actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. Opposed, hostile. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. So who was the first person that God said that the humans would have enmity? What was the first being or creation that God said that we would have enmity with? The human beings. And it was in Genesis. Who remembers? Deep-seated, often mutual hatred. The devil, you said it, Big Joe. Men and the snake, or men representing Lucifer or the fallen angels. Because Lucifer is portrayed as the serpent. Right? Or no? And he said, your seed and their seed is going to have enmity, deep-seated hatred. And the giants hated Israel and were always trying to destroy Israel. They had a deep-seated hatred for Israel. And Lucifer's family or brothers are the fallen angels. Now let me show you something, family. When giants were upon the earth, the watchers and the Nephilim and the biblical cosmic war of the seed, the angel seed against God's seed. Pagan gods at war with Israel's God in the spiritual world of the Bible. Hold on. Stay right there. Look at the giants. They were at war. And remember when we were reading in the book of Og and Enoch and the giants, let's go back. Right here, remember when we was reading this the other day? When people be like, who is that? You be like, oh, bro, that's my seed. My seed. Some folks, when they refer to their children, they say, oh, that's my seed. No or yes. They're my seeds. Okay, so look. Right here. Okay, y'all ain't gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna read it to y'all. I'm just showing y'all. This is the book of Og, right? So listen. Are y'all listening? It said, y'all know this is like broken up, but it says, in that season, the kingdom of Og formed a pact of brotherhood with all the remaining Rephaim tribes. This pact introduced the vermin-like smaller selves to Baal worship. We would be considered vermin to somebody that's 450 feet tall. It says, in that season, the kingdom of Og formed a pact or a brotherhood with all the remaining Rephaim tribes. Do y'all remember when all the giant tribes got together and went against Israel in the Bible? They all clicked up. Go Google the king of Og of Bashan and tell me what scripture it's in. Y'all should know it by now. We look at it a lot, but come on. And then I'm going to show y'all something. Now, look up Nimrod and look up Nimrud. One is spelled with a U and one is spelled with an O. Hey, y'all. Did y'all look up the Rephaim? Who are they? R-E-P. Well, y'all can see it right there. Oh, no, it's not on that one. It's on the other one. Well, anyway, it's R-E-P-H-A-I-M. R-E-P-H-A-I-M. Joshua 12:4. That's where it talk about Nimrod or Nimrud. A mighty hunter. Okay. So here it says, this is King Og talking. He said, in that season, we did that. We got a pact with who? The Mighty Hunter. Y'all see that right there? Mighty Hunter. Uh-oh, on this end. I'm sorry. Look. Mighty Hunter. Y'all see it? Mighty Hunter. Look. It says, so all of the giants then got together, and it says this pack introduced the vermin-like smaller cells. Now, could the smaller cells be the picture I showed y'all earlier? Where it was the big tall person, the medium-sized person, and the real little bitty person? Because that little lady on the side of that big tall Egyptian lady could definitely be considered a vermin to that big tall. Because if we are as grasshoppers are considered pests. A vermin is a pest, right? The smaller cells, the littles, the littles. The littles. Okay. Here we go. It says, in the pack, I call the mighty hunter Nimrod, blood of my own lineage. Now, with the death of all the remaining Rephaim upon Nimrod's strifical hands, I no longer honor the cowardly half-loin Nephilim hunter called Nimrod. Who knew that Nimrod was a Nephilim? SB knew. Who else knew that Nimrod was a Nephilim? Miss Angelina, you knew? All right, so Miss Angelina knew too. All right. What big old tower did Nimrod build? Say it, SB.
The Tower of Babel.
Nimrod built the Tower of Babel. And if we go into Jasher, it says that there were 600,000 men with Nimrod that were building the Tower of Babel. And they were 3 different families, races of giants. 200,000 or 100, was it 100,000 from each? Yes, ma'am, SB.
That aligns with, because I was going to say it, you just read where it was 3 armies that came down, that descended, and that was the 3 armies that came to help build that tower.
Is y'all getting it? Go, SB. Is y'all getting it? Is y'all getting it? They was going to get back up to heaven because they got kicked out. Now y'all see why it was so important for the tag. I said, and then they was going to get here too. If me and Michael and them didn't go down in it, they was going to get here. They knew the way because their daddies told them. They wanted revenge on their grandfather and their uncles and the other beings that were in it. Well, we align y'all descendants. Why we can't come up there? God said, because y'all reprobates. No. Your daddies was disobedient, and now y'all want to try to get back up here. No. That's the Titan War. You're right. That's the Titan War. You said it, girl. You know it. You've been reading for real. You've been studying it. It's in Iraq. We already looked it up. Go look up where the Tower of Babel is. The land of Shinar. Go look up the land of Shinar. It's in Iraq. Or Iran. Iran or Iraq. Is it Iran or Iraq? It's either Iraq or Iran or both. Because those lines weren't the lines that they are right now. It is Sargon. T. Sargon the Magnificent, he got another name. Gilgamesh, Nimrod. They was all of the same line. They share a border, right? So that's what I'm saying. Could have been in the middle. It's a place, honey. It's not just an emotion, it's a place. Northeast Syria. Mm-hmm. So, back to class. In the book of Og, the word took place while the flood was happening. Oh, shoot. Okay, so y'all remember me telling y'all that the angels have a different calendar when they time started, because when they defiled themselves, then there was a calendar for them too. Because they didn't have to live in time before that. But once they defiled themselves with the women, they had to live in time. All right, look. So we know that it says only a half-blowing Nephilim coward murders a child. For this offense, I am more regularly, okay, we ain't gonna read that. That's kind of gross. Okay, so basically, it says the giants completely went against God's order for circumcision. And they daddies used their parts to impregnate the women and make them so they wasn't gonna cut them. But that's what they daddies used to send to make them. They parts. And we know that they are human-like. Yeah. They did not do circumcision. And now you see why God, his people were circumcised, they wasn't. The reproduction of them exactly was against God. They was never supposed to be made. Yeah. Yep. They was never supposed to be made. So everything about them was extra. There was extra skin, extra fingers, extra toes, extra arms, extra eyes, extra strength. Everything about them let you know that they were not human. They had extra everything, extra digits on their fingers and eyes and ears and yeah. We did the thing. Thank you. The 6-fingered people. More people are born with an extra finger or an extra toe right now than just the regular 5 digits. And we have dentists in our community that say they treat people with extra rows of teeth Nikki, all the time. 2 rows of teeth. Go look it up, y'all. Come on, let's do an image search. Let's do an image search and tell me what the extra rows of teeth genetic disorder is called. Because the giants had 2 rows of teeth. Extra eyes, everything. Your ex had an extra set of teeth? Yeah, these are all giant genetic markers. Hyperdontia. Okay. All right. So hyperdontia is a genetic disorder from the fallen angels. Just like when they started mating with the angels, we got Cyrenomylia, where the legs fuse together and go out like fins at the bottom. We got hypertrichosis, which is also called werewolf syndrome, and all of these different genetic disorders that you can go Google human genetic disorders with animal characteristics, and it will pull up all of what Enoch says. Your sister has hyperdontia. I'm telling you, I know people that was born with extra fingers, extra toes, all kinds of stuff. Polydactyly, yes. The wolf-looking kids that are in the Shriner Circus. Have y'all ever looked up the people that are in the Shriner Circus? Anybody? Your son was born with 6 fingers on each hand. So they hide a lot of stuff in circuses and stuff like that. This is why people used to take their children born with certain disorders to the circus, y'all. It was a real thing. But to me, it's a superpower. You have a superpower to me. That's what that is, because they were intricate beings. They were, you know what I'm saying? They were able to do, Samson had strength of like, what did it say, 30 men or something? That's supernatural. Maybe one of the gifts that I have to be able to see into bodies and see sickness. Didn't Superman know how to do that? Superman can look through your body and see what sicknesses you had, right? X-ray vision. You go get an X-ray to see what you can't see with the natural eye. Right? Superpower. That's why people be like, what do you think you are? I'm a super Power Ranger. Yeah, you mean? Any defect, anything that they see as a defect to me is a superpower. Like how they say people are dyslexic. No, you're not. Your brain is reading the right way. Did y'all realize that? That it's easier for dyslexic people to read Arabic and all of the other languages that read right to left and not left to right? Because our brains are supposed to read this way, not this way. So what they say is wrong is actually right. Dyslexic is you see it backwards. The reason you see it backwards is because you have the Percy Jackson ability. Remember they said Percy Jackson was dyslexic, but he could read all of the languages, the words just turned around, and he could read ancient Greek and ancient Arabic. It's not a problem that your brain is reading the way that it's supposed to, right to left, not left to right. There's nothing wrong with you. You got a superpower. Start using it. I bet you other languages will come to you very, very easy. Where other people that are so used to reading right to left have issues, you'll probably be able to speak 7 different dang languages by the end of 2 years because your brain works the way that it's supposed to. Y'all like that? See, when you get close to God, you find out the real secrets. You be like, oh, they told you it's something wrong with you. No, you don't even know you got a whole superpower. You got angelic DNA. Because God said what the devil meant, what these fallen angels meant for God, for bad, I'm going to turn it around. Okay, Sabrina, tell me what your superpower is. What do you do?
With my hands or with
your hands? What do you do?
I crochet and I craft.
And tell me the issue that if you don't mind, what is your genetic disorder called?
Syndactyly. Syndactyly. She's sad.
I love
my daughter as well. Open your hands.
Do y'all see this? So our baby on here and her mama have syndactyly. But this woman crochets some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all hear? Look up syndactyly. We looked up polydactyly. Do you mind if we look it up?
It's
Hi.
SYNDACTYCYLY. It's really weird.
They gonna say it in like everybody. Come on. Look up syndactyly, please.
Hold on, Mama. When you said something about our superpowers, my godmother, she said sorry, sir. She told my mom before she was even pregnant with me. My mom didn't know. She's like, "You're gonna have a baby." My mom's like, "No, I'm not. I'm going to the military." She's like, "You're gonna have a baby. It's gonna be a girl, and her hands are gonna be shaped like stars, and they are glowing, and she will heal people." My mom's like, "What are you talking about?" And I came out, and I said, I had it on both of my hands. When my mom got this one separated, you could see the scar. She said, my hands look like little stars. And my grandma and anybody tells me whenever I massage them, my facial, whatever, they're like, I feel so much better afterwards. I feel like I slept like a baby, like, so you're right with the superpowers. My godmother saw it too. So I want to talk to Cerca. I'm muted now.
Okay. Bye, TT baby. Isn't that crazy, y'all? Her baby and her have it. And she crochet like a mug. But when her mama didn't even know she was going to be pregnant, somebody told her mama, you going to have a daughter. And her hands is going to look like stars and they going to glow around them. And she going to be able to heal people. Okay. One of the things I know is this. I really don't like tight hair scrunchies on my head because it makes my head hurt. And I bought some of her scrunchies, and when I wear them, it doesn't pull my hair. It's not tight. Absolutely. They're all over there. They're actually stationed all over my house on all of the knobs. How about that? Okay. And you want to know, that's important to me because my hand was cut in 5 pieces and burned. I got chunks. That's why my hand looked like that. These are stitches all around my hand. You see it? Y'all see the stitches? I shouldn't even be able to use my hand. These is all stitches in there. Do you see? And it was burned at 2 different times in my life. That's the back of my hand. And these is all cuts, y'all. I can show y'all my normal hand and my not normal. Not normal. No. My hand got cut into 5 pieces when I was 2 years old. I shouldn't be able to use my fingers. All of this was like neat, like 1, 2, 3 stars, 5. Mm-hmm. Then the next year, my mother was cooking and a boiling pot of water just fell off the stove and fell on my arm. Yeah, I shouldn't even be able to do this. Sometimes my pinky gets stuck a little bit and I'm right-handed. But these are also the hands that went on my daughter's eyes and other people's wounds, and they were healed, Sabrina. The devil started trying to attack my hands because he knew I was going to use them to help other people.
Can I just say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
I got this one separated, and as I grew older, excuse me, we're learning manners. As I grew older, I regretted it. My mom didn't know. She just thought her reaction was, well, when she gets married, she'll be able to wear a ring. I didn't like the fact that I had gotten them separated. I felt like a part of me was missing. And like I said, I was born with it on both of my hands. And I think I told you this before, but when I had my daughter, they were doing the ultrasounds. They're like, no, her hands are fine, blah, 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 whatever. She came out. The first thing I did was check her hand. Her hand that has the fingers is a hand that I had gotten separated. So it's like, she's my mirror. She's my mirror image. And God was like, I'll give it back to you.
Come on.
So me and her are like 2 peas in a pod.
Do y'all hear that? Do you hear? She felt like she was missing something, and God gave her a daughter with the same condition. Do you understand? The hand separated everything. Y'all, when I tell y'all he answered prayers, and what people say is bad, God turn it around for your good. Is y'all listening? Crazy, right? Listen, y'all. So this is why I be telling y'all, even with the giants, we got there with this. Even with the giants, if we continue to read in this book of Og, God let some of the giants get circumcised and they was able to fight on his team. So he used Samson and different people that have these superhuman strengths to fight for his people. Samson was fighting monsters like Hercules. As a matter of fact, Hercules and Samson sound a lot like their stories too. Okay. So I just want, yes, ma'am.
Who was the giant that helped Noah?
I don't know his name. It wasn't Yuval, was it?
He got circumcised.
Was it Yuval? Because I know Yuval was running with Lamech. I can't remember his name. We looked it up.
Right.
Yeah.
We found out who he was and that he helped Noah build the ark.
I think it was Yuval. Yeah, I think it was Yuval. So with that, God used the angels to help build the ark. And I mean, the giants, it was some of them, they like, we know our daddy's messed up, but grandpa, can we get on? Because it says that Hiram was a giant, and he was an ally to Solomon and David. He fought in David's wars against the other giants, the other Nephilims. Yeah. So with that, God can take every single thing in your life, y'all, and turn it around and make it for the good, no matter what it seems like to you. Hiram the builder. All right, let's get through here because I want to show y'all something. So we're going to skip down to 19. Skip down to 19 on the same page, 132. Y'all ready? Okay. So it says, and those men took me from there and they carried me up to the sixth heaven. And I saw there 7 groups of angels, brilliant and very glorious. And their faces were more radiant than the radiance of the sun. And there was no difference between their faces or in their dimensions or in their style of clothing. So they were cloned angels. Everybody was the exact same size and their faces looked exactly the same, like Stepford Wives. Or like the clones that was on Will Smith's movie, those droid movies. I don't know what that movie is called. I Am Legend. No. Is that I Am Legend? No, I Robot. Yeah, I Robot. Like I Robot. Like an army of like that. Right, I Robot. Okay, so imagine that. All the faces look exactly the same. Okay? So it says, and their faces were more radiant. Okay, all their clothing, it was okay. It says, and these groups carry out and carefully study the movements of the stars and the revolution of the sun and the phases of the moon and the well-being of the cosmos. The cosmos. These angels protect the cosmos, right? And look what it say right there. The Watchers, the Nephilim, and the biblical cosmic war of the seed. The cosmic war. The cosmic war of the seeds. Okay? Cosmic war. So now we got angels that protect the study of the movement of the stars, the revolution of the sun, the phase of the moon, and the well-being of the cosmos. Okay? Then it says, and when they see any evil activity, they put the commandments and the instructions in order, and the sweet choral singing and every kind of glorious praise. These are the archangels who are over the angels, and they harmonize all existence, heavenly and earthly. And the angels who are over the seasons and years, and angels who are over the rivers and the ocean, and angels who are over the fruits of the earth and of every other kind of grass, and who give every kind of food to every kind of living thing. And the angels who record all human souls. Hold on, mama. Don't this sound like fairies? She said, I'm running to or Amazon to order them. Yeah, you can download them. Oh, Mr. Russell, you can download them too. But did y'all see that? And ain't no Tinkerbell. It's a fairy that do all this, right? On Tinkerbell, it's the fairies. On Disney, it's the fairies that do this. Okay. The movie Soul, Supernatural, The Magicians. Do y'all remember what happened on The Magicians in the library? The librarians in the movie The Magicians, the show, they had everybody book in there. And the librarians knew everybody's life because the pages was being written down. Everything that you've ever done. That was in Sam and Dean on Supernatural too. When the black chick was in there, she was the Reaper, they was in there trying to get their books. And she was like, you're not ever supposed to look in your book. Yep, he did. He did. Right? Because remember in Supernatural, what was this? The place in Texas. Crowley was the king of hell. But remember, he really didn't have the power he said he had. Because he still had to go and bargain with folks. Yes, you should. You need to start watching Supernatural from the beginning and take notes. My toes, y'all hear my toes cracking? Y'all hear my toes cracking? Who hear my toes cracking? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, SB. I'm listening. Aleister Crowley.
You said the Supernatural from the beginning, and that demon that was on that man, the white demon, the woman in the white dress, she reminded me of the demon of masturbation.
We got babies.
I watched it.
Oh, I don't know, but I have to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to use another word next time.
Sorry. A touching.
Thank you. You don't want nobody saying that. Crowley had to push his mom, who was a witch, to do things for him to steal powers. Yes. His mama was a witch. Can I ask y'all a question? For those of you that have watched the last season of it, or the second to the last season, who is Jack? Get the new people time to answer. New people. Who is Jack on Supernatural? What is he? What type of being is Jack? New foe, say it. Go ahead, new foe, and say it. You go take your phone now?
The Nephilim.
Ah! What? So in Supernatural, in our day right now, an angel came down and bumped uglies with a natural woman, and she was only pregnant for 6 hours, and then she had a baby. And he came out talking. What did they say about Noah and Jesus? And in our reality, Jesus could kind of be considered a Nephilim because he was made by a spirit and woman. And the angels are spirits, and y'all didn't know that Noah could talk when he came out. He was hot out the twat, and he could talk. Jesus too, he said, hey, you don't know, but I'm Jesus. And Noah was like, ugh, lights out of my eyes. Good morning, parents. And Jack on Supernatural came out talking. Any correlation, family?
And his eyes were glowing too. Remember?
And his eyes was glowing. Oh, I'm about to bite. I'm about to bite you on your. Oh, you did. Just like Noah's eye. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. But get this though. He sure did. The dude from X-Men. Listen, family. Okay, we just gonna move on, but yes, baby, my hair would turn white too. It's already on my way with these. But yeah, let this baby come out. He crawled in the closet and come out 2 years old, and he only been in there 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, here we go. All right. So it says, and the angels who record all human souls and all their deeds and their lives before the face of the Lord. Flip the page. It says, we should be on 134. It says, and in the midst of them are 7 phoenixes, 7 cherubim, and 7 winged beings. What? 7 phoenixes. Who knew that? Right in front of God, there are 7 phoenix birds. Right in front of God's throne. Could you imagine how beautiful that is? Who watched? Yep. Who watched Hunger Games? Right? Wasn't there some type of chick that her dress was like phoenixes all the time, and it would be Katniss Everdeen?
Then we watch some of the Hunger Games. What that girl?
I know. Yes.
The girl
Miss
was.
iPhone. I don't know if you know. We can hear you, Miss iPhone.
She wanted to go instead of her sister, right?
We can hear you. It's okay. I just didn't know if you knew. Mockingjay. Your parents' name is Phoenix. Phoenix is in Charlotte. Charlotte is in Phoenix. I gotta go to the bathroom and give me some coffee. So look, do me a favor, family. Look up Phoenix and look up the 6 winged beings that are in front of God's thing and tell me what they are. Even if you already know, go look it up for the hell of it. I'll be right back. Or y'all can keep reading and go down to 22 and look up and see if there's any words in there that you don't know. Look up the definition, and I'm gonna ask y'all when I come back. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. God is outside of time, and angels live outside of time. So y'all looked up some words. Did it describe the beings to you? So let me tell y'all this, and then I'm gonna go. So my stomach is starting to hurt. But it is very important that when you are reading even just the King James Version, that you go and you look up these words and you see what they mean, and you look up the races of people that were going against the Israelites, because it really was a cosmic war that was being fought. And we believe that it happened in Thor, and we believe that it happened in all the mythology, but it wasn't mythology. It was real history. But what they do is say mythology is any time before the Iron Age, which is when we ruled. The African American people, or not American, but the African people ruled the earth. So they don't count that. They say it's myths, but we're able to go and research that the Chaldeans were these so-called mythological gods, the ancient Persians, the ancient Edomites and Elamites. They were all infiltrated by the angels. So they tell us that the people that ruled the world first is mythology. And they did have superpowers. They didn't lie to y'all. They really did. That's how they built these monolithic structures, because they were 450 feet tall. That's why we still can't figure out how to move one of their blocks right now. We still can't figure out how they cut them like they did. Because they daddies had magic. They could use tuning forks and cut stuff. They could use tuning forks and move things across the Arabian desert flying. Don't believe me? Read Enoch. The Testament of Solomon. He flew a huge block all the way from the Arabian Sea to wherever he was at by using a demon and a fork. They lifted heavy blocks with tuning forks. Okay, you know how people right now tell us that they have, what is it called, where you can make stuff move with telepathy? Y'all know what telepathy really is. Spirits moving things for you, or telekinesis. Spirits moving things for you. They call on a power to come in them, and then all of a sudden they can move stuff without touching it. They call a power into them, a light. Angels are represented as light beings, unseen. And then they command these fallen spirits to move things for them. Why does it only happen when the person feels an emotion? And they say in order for magic to work, it has to be tied to an emotion. Spirits are energy and they feed on emotions. This is why God tells you to keep your emotions in check. Because if you don't, whatever energy you are tapping into over time takes over your body and is in control of you. And let me ask you a question. People that are mentally ill, do they not have superhuman strength? People that are mentally ill have superhuman strength. They always talking about it's somebody in their head talking to them, which means they're not in their body by themselves. They are not the only entity that is living there. Multiple personality disorder is multiple spirits living in one body. You don't believe me? Let's look up the demoniac. Read the scripture. Tell me what the scripture is about the demoniac, y'all. Tell me what he was doing to himself. Come on, look up the scripture about the demoniac in the Bible. It's in the New Testament, if I'm not mistaken, because Paul and him was alive. Look up the scriptures about the demoniac and tell me. Go ahead, iPad. Do you mean to have your hand raised?
Yes, I did. I just want to tell you everything you're saying about the mentally ill is true. I have worked closely with them for over 15 years, and I have seen some things, I have heard some things, and I'm telling you, like, I asked a client a couple of weeks ago, could I anoint him with oil? Because you're not supposed to touch no man suddenly. And it wasn't even him talking to me, it was a spirit arguing with me why he didn't want me to touch him. And it was out of this world. And I had cameras where I could go back and watch the cameras. It literally, you could see where his facial expression totally demorphed just so the demon could speak to me.
Come on.
It was crazy.
How many times have y'all seen in a scary movie, the person to be looking at them, their eyes are changing, they'll call their name? Jared. Jared is not here. I am not Jared. And they're like, wait a minute. Right?
Excuse me, he said to me over and over for like several days, why would I want you to do that? Why would I want you to do that? You give me a good reason why I should let you do that. And yeah, my friends was like, get him out of there. Get him out. But no, I'm still working with them. And instead of touching him, I anoint things that he has to touch.
Come on.
And I walk through my house and I pray and I anoint, the rooms, the door facings, the mirrors. I anoint everything.
Yep. It's a real thing, y'all, because once the spirit so when you don't let go of grudges, we studied that. Remember, y'all, recently? We studied about the brother who had a grudge against Joseph. And since he wouldn't let that emotion go, instantly hatred came in. Well, as soon as hatred came in, murder came in. After murder came in, lying, deceit, all of these different demons ran right on in after the grudge held the door open. And emotion. Gad, you're right. Gad. And then he got liver cancer.
Schizophrenia is mostly demons, multiple demons.
It is. And a lot of times it starts with, okay, let me ask you a question. When do the multiple personalities come out? When that person feels attacked. So then the demons that are pretending to protect that person, that personality comes to the forefront. If they are around a person that they feel safe with, then the child demon comes out. After trauma is the demon that opens the door. The Bible talks about how can you bind a strong man, how can you get into a house basically unless you bind a strong man first? So if Jesus is not standing at the door of your heart, guarding the door, because Jesus will not come in unless he said, I stand at the door of your heart and knock. Open the door and let me come in. Demons hold the door open. God is a gentleman. He ain't going to force himself into your heart. He going to stand there and wait for you to let him come in. Satan and his demons, they sneaking in, baby. They breaking in. They're the enemy. They come to steal, kill, and destroy. Robbers are not announcing that they're coming to rob you. They come in the cloak of night when you are unaware and unprepared. The man was possessed with a legion. Yeah, it was 1,000 personalities in this man. A legion is 1,000 demons. One man had 1,000 personalities. So do me a favor. Google what's the most personalities in a person. I'm sure they got it online. What's the most personalities one person has had that they've recorded on record in medicine? They said 12, 100. So in science, they say so y'all see 100. 100 by a woman. 100. Okay. Now y'all remember, listen. Now listen to this. Are y'all ready? Remember that this one demon can have 1,000 demons under him. So that 100 could have been 1,000. Because there's hierarchies. And with one spirit, he bring everybody with him. Just like in the Bible, it said when the house is cleaned out and the spirit go roaming through the desert, and it come back and it finds the house swept clean and it gets in, he leave the door open and he brings 7 more demons more wicked than the first. Now, you wonder how they find your energy? They're energetic. They are energy. It's just like electricity. You ain't never walked into a room and then somebody walked in after you and instantly all of the air was sucked out of it and you just started feeling anxious? That's energy. Ain't nobody ever walked past you in the store and all the hair on your body just stood up and you didn't know why? And then they turn around and you look in their eyes and it just give you a chill that go down your spine? Now look. The Bible say, be careful, beware, and you never know when you entertaining the angel. It never said good or bad. So you could be entertaining a human person that has 1,000 fallen angels in their carcass right now. You can invite someone in your home that you don't know is full of demons. How many people have gotten into the car with a person and as soon as they got in there, the demon came to the surface and they knew as soon as they got in the car, they messed up and they said their eyes changed. Something told me not to get in the car, but as soon as I got in, their eyes, they locked me in. Been on a date with a man or a woman and they cool. And then as soon as you get into a situation where nobody else is around, you start to feel scared. Something happened. They felt an emotion, whether it be anger or rejection or whatever. And now all of a sudden there is another entity. Yep, Isabel, you said it, when people drink. Soon as that liquor hit their blood system, they bloodstream, they a different person. And for each alcohol, there is a different demon name. And you act different on every liquor. Demons are spirits. You go to the liquor store to buy spirit. Ooh, girl, don't blame it on the liquor. Blame it on the demon. Blame it on the demon. That's what the song should have said. Blame it on the demon. This is why drunk people get up the next day and they be like, I don't remember. I didn't do that. I would never do that. I would never say that to you. You know that, but you did. Because the demon has access to the human's mind and memories. So even if that wasn't the spirit that was there when you was talking to the person, they have access to all of their facilities. Right, drugs too. This is why when the doctors give you drugs, don't they make you hallucinate? Certain painkillers make you hallucinate, and you see stuff that you would not normally see if you was not taking that medicine. Give you crazy dreams because you in the spiritual realm. Anytime that you put something altering, you in the spirit now. You're not just in the flesh, you in the spirit. Have y'all ever noticed how people, when they under the influence of anesthesia, They be talking to people, all this. And sometimes they say stuff that hasn't happened yet. Or sometimes they talk about stuff that happened way before they knew. Who you talking to? And you ain't in your right mind right now. I'm talking to the man that's standing over there and everybody they're paying over. No, it's really somebody over there. This is why babies be goo-goo and gaga in the corner. Cat cracking up laughing. Ain't no TV on. Who was you talking to? Go ahead, Miss Jess.
I had to switch over to Zoom so I could tell y'all this story. So when y'all were talking we're talking about spirits and everything. I was, keyword, was a foster parent. Okay. I have my little boy, 11, Alex. He is autistic. Alex is a genius. Okay. But he has this thing where he is never wrong about people, like ever. And you have to fill out all these questionnaires, and I had to be vetted, and I have special certifications to work with children of trauma and everything else. I thought I did until I met the ones that they sent me. Okay, so my first child was on 28 different medicines. A week later, I had a 10-year-old boy that was on the same amount of medicines. Okay. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever seen people go through withdrawal. There was a doctor that messed up their prescriptions and he couldn't write Schedule II medicines. So they were still my babies at that moment. Okay. My babies went through withdrawal and I'm yelling in the hospital because we can't get the medicine like a crazy person. Give my babies their medicine. Okay. Because they were, oh my God, they were just so sick and everything else. So as the weeks progressed, they had an emergency situation. So I had a third child that came in under emergency situation. Okay. So that means I have a 16-year-old girl, I have a 10-year-old boy, and I have an 11-year-old boy. Plus, at the time, my son is 10. Okay. My main thing is, do not send me violent children. Let me know. Don't whitewash their file. Let me know everything so I can make the decision. Mm-hmm. They don't always do that. They whitewash it. So these children are in my home, and people that know me, when they come to my house, they always say it feels like a safe zone. They get warm feelings. There is a sweet smell in my house all the time. Okay. And I don't have to do anything for it. It's just here because there's a presence here. And I always tell everybody I'm God's favorite. So there's a presence here. Okay. But when these children were here, all kind of weird things were happening. So I put cameras throughout my house for their protection, for my protection. Okay. And I had to argue about it with the system and everything else. But one of the little boys had cerebral palsy and a couple other issues. Okay. So he came with a lot of medicine. In the end, everybody had to be removed by my house or out of my house systematically. Okay. The first girl had to go. Okay. Because she all of a sudden rose up and wanted to fight me. She was sweet, sweet, sweet. And then all of a sudden one day I asked her a question and her head spun on me and it was a whole nother child. Yeah. She had to go. Okay. So because the other babies were scared. Then turn around, we'll fast forward a month. And my 10-year-old child that was here, I used to tell my dad, I was like, Daddy, look at these videos. Because while I was asleep, and I wound up putting a buzzer on their door because he would sneak in and out of his room at night. And I did that because I woke up and he was standing over me one day. One night. So I started making arrangements for him to, go. But before he got out of my house at 3 a.m., and I know y'all know about what happens at 3 a.m. Okay. I hear my name. I'm sound asleep. I hear my name being screamed. I jump up because I think there's something wrong with the baby. I'm running down the hallway. There's a bathroom. There's a little hallway from my room and there's a bathroom. I come out that, I make that left. Next thing I know, this child attacked me. Wow. And when I tell you,
My neighbors heard it and they called the cops. By the time the cops got here, I was bloody because I was fighting. Like this child, I am 5'8". This child barely came up to my breastbone.
Oh, I know.
I was fighting for my life.
Oh, I know. I didn't have to fight. But listen, been there with a kid like that. I had to fight like a grown man.
Yes.
And this child was 11. I'm talking about couldn't get the door open, all of it. I believe it. I
got him into the room. I was holding the door. I'm not sure how my front door opened, but my next door neighbor was there. The cops came and I'm still holding the door, and you see I'm bloody and everything else. The cop went in. I said, he's in the room. The cop went into the room. He was hiding behind the door because he didn't hear the cop. He thought it was me.
Wow.
He lunged for the cop, and the cop said he saw the weird, and I gave him all the footage from the cameras and everything because it was all on the camera. When he lunged, the cop said he saw his face. He said, when that little boy lunged at me, there was nobody home.
Come on.
Like the little boy was not there. And he saw his face contort.
It's a real thing, y'all. People do not believe that spirits inhabit children. They start inhabiting them in the earliest forms of childhood, and they incubate. So this is why you have to protect the feelings of your children. Why do y'all think we have 8 and 7-year-old babies committing suicide? They haven't even been on the earth a decade. A spirit. When you tell them, I don't care about your feelings, the devil says, I care. Then that spirit comes and it starts manifesting itself to your child over. Do y'all know that the demoniac used to sit and cut his flesh? Did y'all read that part? He was a cutter, the demoniac.
That was the little boy.
The demoniac was a cutter. He used to mutilate his own flesh. The spirits made him mutilate his own flesh. Okay, y'all? Okay. So with this, I'm going to get off. I might get back on later. I don't know. I'm going to go eat. I need y'all to study genetic and mental disorders. That's what I want y'all to look up tonight. Genetic and mental disorders. Look at what they cause, what they do, how they diagnosed it. Look that up. And then tomorrow, spirits between 12 and 3 is the night, the night, 3 o'clock is the 9th hour of the night. And so demons try to act up in between 12 and 3 before God gets to moving around, because 9 is divine intervention. With that, I need y'all to study genetic disorders this evening, mental disorders this evening. Look up all different ones. And we are going to see how they manifest. And then when we get back on probably tomorrow, we will study the Testament of Solomon and see if we can find out who they are and what their names are. Okay? Y'all got me? So tonight's homework is mental and genetic disorders. And then tomorrow we are going to study about how spirits, how that all works together. Okay? I love y'all. Have a good night. I'm hoping that you guys are getting your books and you're going and you're reading the Enoch, because Enoch is so powerful, y'all. All of the books are powerful, but Enoch helps you understand why God doesn't want certain things to happen. Oh, well, if he loved us, well, no, because he does. And that's why he keeps us, boxed in, because he knows we'll destroy ourselves. And we on our way to doing that now. That's why we're trying to open portals to places that we don't need to be opening, because we don't know what's going to come through that hole. You see what I'm saying? And that be the problem. Real life. Okay? So I love y'all. Have a good night. I will see y'all later.
Good night.
I love y'all. Good night. Good night, everybody. Y'all do y'all homework. Genetic disorders and mental disorders, and write the names of them down, y'all. Write the names of them down. And what are the side effects? Like what happens in that disorder? Okay. Okay. I love you.
Everybody, love you. Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Love y'all. Good night.